ICX. So what it did is that it got rejected from the support resistance. I mean, fuck, it's so much easier to tell you this, but yeah, I'll just post it.
If you do it, yeah, just tell me. Look
okay, so basically,
could you look at the 1 day maybe? Could you look at
it got rejected. It got rejected from 80 cents, and you want to have your stop loss right above it, just in case it reclaims it. That's the end of the story.
Okay.
So,
right. Okay. So basically, my friend thinks that ICX is gonna go to $50. Like this
dude,
year.
tell him to fucking sell right now before he gets necked.
Bro, he's got a 5x long on this shit.
All right, that's not too bad then. He has a stop loss.
Probably.
Okay, well then just fine. I mean,
bro, he thinks it's gonna go to $50.
Dude, I mean, cool. Like,
what?
I mean, not lower high. Sorry. The last higher high was 0.80, and since it couldn't hold that as support and it rejected it, like it dumped through it, essentially, that line, that imaginary line, quote unquote, when it goes back up, it has one chance to break through. If it can't break through that on that one chance,
I don't know about you guys, but I can't hear him now.
up, then you shouldn't be aiming for like $50. You should be aiming for like,
bro,
you know, like,
bro, New Crypto, your connection is bad. We can't hear you.
Oh, shit. My bad.
Yeah, can you disconnect and reconnect? And then tell me.
My bad.
Thank you, bro.
Just question. So it's like in my country, back home, it's very cheap. The electricity is very cheap. Is it still profitable to mine Bitcoin, or is it like already over?
Not Bitcoin, because you need specialized machines, but Ethereum for sure.
Ethereum? Okay. All right. It's like in the second place after Venezuela, like electricity.
You should be mining crypto, bro.
Well, I live in
you've
the US.
got now is getting hold of the graphic cards.
Okay. I was never into this mining thing. It just seemed like too extra.
Yeah, man, that was the only way to get coins back in the day. I bought my first coins off of a random dude at a coffee shop.
How like what's the like a best GPU to mine, or is there like a special set?
RT.
Like, do you have like Link?
Dude, is RT still in the chat? All right. Well, anyways, ICX has like a last.
Yeah, I'm here. I had to reconnect.
Well,
yeah, sorry.
There's like a last chance for ICX at like 77 cents, which it's basically getting rejected from right now. But like, I can't, and that's going way far back. That's going from.
If it doesn't hold above, if it doesn't break 80 cents.
Yeah, if it doesn't break any 80 cents, just forget about it for real. Like, because right now it's failing to hold 77 cents, and that's from fucking.
Are you saying that if he can't break 80 before it falls through 75, get the fuck out?
Let me see if 7. Yeah, that sounds exactly right. That sounds exactly right. Yep. Based off that condition, yep. I mean, unless you're longing the body, which I never do. I don't long bodies and shit. I just do wicks and whatnot. But so, you know, yeah, you expect the first test of it to be at like 72 cents. Then you can long it from there because that's a retest of support. Or you could long it at 66 cents, or you could long it at 63 cents. A lot of places to long it.
Are you looking at like a Fibonacci or something to figure
No,
this out?
I'm just looking at simple support resistance from the recent, like, it's a little bit of recency bias, but it's just continuing the trend from the most recent shit.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
So
how do you feel about micro caps, things that are like 1 million market cap or lower?
The same shit as always. Like, shit can get pumped or shit can fucking die, you know?
Yeah, but do you look at technicals like this, or do you just?
Oh yeah, I do, but they work a lot less.
The project's like brand new.
No, yeah, it's a lot. Well, trust me, I can do TI on about fucking anything, but like that's not the point. The point is that sometimes TA is invalidated by like literal like liquidity. You know what I'm saying? Like so, TA is like really valid in liquid markets, but if you take liquidity from it, it's like you could be the best fucking analyst in the world and it won't matter for shit if you take away liquidity.
Yeah.
Because everything's on a trajectory to zero instead of, you know, higher numbers in price discovery or inverse price discovery.
How much history do you need to actually get a good TA on a chart?
I'm still learning after like over a decade in this shit. So, I mean, and I haven't told you guys shit, like, you know, like, like, so it's just, there's a lot to learn. And I still don't know, like, you know, I still have a lot to learn from my mentors because I have mentors, you know, it's always like that kind of shit. Like, you're always going to have somebody who taught you better than you taught yourself because they understood your psychology better than you did. And nothing, just always best to have a mentor. It's always been the same case with me as I do with my clients and shit. So
hey guys, I appreciate the chat. I gotta crash. Gotta get up in the
all
morning.
right, later, Fredo.
I'll see you guys around. Thanks again.
All right, have a good one, man.
See you, dude.
Just a quick question: do you chart the markets besides crypto? Do you chart SPY to see how the market behaves?
I can, but I don't really look for those like correlations and shit, even though I know they exist. Like I just
They do exist, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't try to, you know, like because if it does exist, right, then it'll show up in this chart, and then if it doesn't exist, then it won't matter. So the whole 1 or 2 minute advantage thing, like if that's the case, dude, then trust me, I'll be in position before then because I don't hastily make trades. You know, I plan my trades and I take them based off my plans. So I'm not the type of person that'll be stuck in something like that.
Just question, like, why do people teach others?
What the fuck? Because other people don't know, and then
No,
there's
I
people who do.
understand. I understand. Like, if I'm making like I don't know, like 10,000 a day, why would I teach somebody? I just want to
Oh,
know the
some people like
incentive.
teaching. Some people like teaching, man. I like
Right.
helping people and making them money, taking them out of the fucking slumps and making them
in an
learn.
environment like this as well, you don't want to be sat there by yourself. You're gonna want to take somebody under your wing and
Yep.
have somebody to bounce
That's
shit
true.
off, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
I just want to know.
If I didn't have my group, man, I wouldn't even know why the fuck I publish anything because I wouldn't know what I do it for, you know? Because it's just I just have fun with it. Like
I mean, it's also strategic, right? Like you want to create pressure behind that strategy.
Obviously, I mean, it's just that like it's flexible. It can handle aggression and it can handle passiveness. So you know, it's aggressive when it needs to be. It's passive when it needs to be. You know, it's just measuring the market at all times, like even when you think it's not. So.
Hey, so Brave New Cryptos, I've just come in halfway through the chat. May I ask, what's your background? Hi, thanks for the chat.
Just in fine. I mean, I graduated with biology, like biology major, but like finance really the last 5 years for sure.
Yo, me too. Me too with the bio. What a waste of time.
What a waste, bro. What a fucking waste of 4 years. Like I learned so much just to like just know a lot and just that's it. Like not really use it for shit.
Fucking
But
school.
yeah, fucking what a waste. But anyways, so yeah, basically just finance, technical analysis, brokering. What's the other one? That's pretty much it. Trading myself, obviously my own funds. I have skin in the game. I'm not just shouting out numbers and shit. So that's pretty much it.
I haven't done. Smart money goes to INJ. I've heard it for a few months now. Are you in that position?
No, I'm not in. Like I'm not. I don't trade legacy or stock markets, and I'd have to look at the chart before giving an opinion. So
cool. Thanks.
AMC is one of the ones that are being pumped by this Wall Street group, right?
Probably. Let me.
I've seen it recently,
I'll check
just in the
AMC.
last couple of messages. Yeah.
So you bought it a few months ago, and now this shit's happening. You must be loving it.
No, I didn't buy. A friend, his group a few months ago were wanting it, and I kind of said, "Oh, I'll look into it," and didn't buy. So
Nah,
should've.
this is way too ripped. Why the fuck would you buy this? No, do not buy this. Do not buy this.
Yeah, I know, right?
This is super ripped. I mean, it's reclaimed and shit, but like the point is, don't buy this now. Like, sure, you could buy it after it retraces and shit, but like, don't buy it now. Like, this is marked the fuck up. Like, if it can prove itself, prove itself and like hold this range, then okay, worth to like relong a support or whatever the fuck. But if that, since it was a strong move up, expect a retracement and then that not to work out, and then try it again essentially, but with a way better entry. Your entry should be closer to like an actual entry. Like, just looking at it, like, I wouldn't pay more than like $8 for AMC, like right now, after the pump. So and really I would pay more like 750. Like 750 is where I would grab a good bag, like a good starting bag. And then just like work my way down to like $2, basically just average little shit. Yeah, so on the if you're looking at AMC, just look at like the TD sequential indicator, like on the 12-hour. I mean, shit, even on the daily, it's fucking overbought. God damn. Oof.
The pair I threw at you, the combo pair, it's got 7 million liquidity. So
why did it show up as
that might have been the wrong contract, just FYI.
Yeah, most likely. Give me a second. Uniswap. Yeah, can you just send me the contract? Can you just send me the
I'll telegram it to you.
Yeah. Oh shit, liquidity, now that I look at this though, liquidity did go back up in DeFi. That's good. That's pretty bullish. It made a higher high. That's good. So DeFi might actually be bullish. Like,
that's all I've been doing for the last year is just DeFi shit.
It's kind of like
meme.
Dude. No, this is confirmed. This is confirmed actually. I just didn't see it before. That's cool. I hope it goes well for the apes.
GRT.
Is that the one? Which one should I be looking at?
Graph is cool. I mean, fuck. I see Biz is like obsessed with it.
Titty boy, dot is not even worth charting just for the sake of like, I'm not gonna make you buy where I would have sold like 2x or 3x, like, so yeah. I don't think this has enough history. Let me see. Yeah,
back to the mining quick. Do any of you guys mine specifically Ethereum?
No, I do not.
Do any of you watch the mempool when you trade on Uniswap?
No.
What you mean about getting front run?
Or back running?
Basically, yeah.
Also,
he's totally deeply talking about that shit.
Yeah.
Back running.
Yeah. Back running is a lot more profitable than front running, but
is it?
It's a whole different game.
What is it?
You have to have
crazy.
You have to have a bot to sell it, right?
Yeah, you're always loading up at least one ETH to do the auction. And, but the whole point is that if you guys haven't looked it up, look up MEV. Do some of the YouTube videos, not from like education shit, but where the dudes who are writing the Dark Forest blog. Listen to them and listen to all the shit that you can pull off with MEV on Ethereum. That is where all the fucking money is.
Well, I mean, there's projects that have come out as of recently that are bots that you can essentially buy as a token. That then when you stake it, they are running programs that when you stake it, you're earning rewards in Ethereum because the bots are doing front running, and it's been extremely profitable thus far.
The success of Keeper too was that they were just innovating on the failure of the MakerDAO oracles that were supposed to be the tokenized bot that you're talking about, but that
Good question, guys. for this front and back running, do you need to be a miner? Do you need to be able to process?
No, dude, you need to be a developer, and it's not worth your time. Like, just do not even like. It's not even worth asking. Like, it is profitable as shit, but like, you need to know code very well and like.
No, I mean, there's projects now where you buy the token, and by staking it, you're essentially like giving your money to them to use their front running bots, and you earn profits off of it.
Yeah. But
Like,
I mean, yeah, but that's if you use farming, right? That's farming. That's a whole different thing. I'm talking about individual users, front running and back running the actual transactions, like on the log.
yeah. For you to be in control of the whole process, yeah, it would take a lot, and you do need to know some stuff for sure.
Yeah, I was just making sure, because if not, I would be doing the shit. Like, if it's that
No,
fucking
100%. Yeah.
You can literally, without doing anything, just get an Infura API. You can look up on GitHub, Mempool Explorer, Ethereum, and then just run. It's all going to be in Geth and Go. I mean, if you can follow fucking simple copy paste instructions and know how to use a terminal, you'll be able to at least watch the mempool and see what's going to happen before it's on Dex tools and all that bullshit.
Nice.
Hey, okay, so I'm actually interested in that, and like seeing the mempool. Can I just like DM you to get some more info?
Just look up Block Native and check out some of their stuff, because they're connected with Infura the most. Block Native has a really cool beginner like API access, so you can basically watch SushiSwap, Curve, Uniswap, Balancer, and watch their mempool. It's not going to give you the clean data like a GitHub script would, but yeah, I think that people don't realize how actually consumer ready a lot of this stuff is. If you just, it's not like it's not like you're going to be front running people. That takes some actual skill. But if you want to just like watch the mempool and have an alert, hal.xyz, really great
that's
tool.
fine. That's easy.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the coding of the front running and back running of the automation of the bots. You know what I'm saying? Like automated market maker bots, not fucking
You could,
Anyways.
if you're clever, you could always, if you find a front running bot, you can also just copy and paste their transaction and swap the address. If you know what you're doing on like something like
that. It's not worth my time. Fuck that. Like, I could just trade normally. I could just trade normally.
Actually, there's also another interesting one that's like a new innovation that was happening. I don't know if you guys have heard of RFI, but RFI and a bunch of their clones use a transaction fee on every transaction in order to kind of like combat front running. So some of them with larger transaction fees, like 3 or 4% on every transaction, they pretty much negate front running. So it eliminates that. But it's just like a new innovation.
Are you RFI, not RFY?
RFI reflect finance, but there's a lot of forks. I mean, like there was a ton of clones that came out, so some of them had larger amounts of transaction costs, like reflectors 12% rather than 1%. Some of them are somewhere in the middle, like 3%, and it's all just different takes on it, right? Innovation.
Yeah, dude, was you not part of the AM Ampleforth when it was pumping?
No, I wasn't around at that time.
I only ask because the RFI developer made a ton of Ampleforth, and a lot of the crowd comes from Ampleforth. I don't know if you're aware.
No, basically RFI was showed to me when it was like really early on in its stages, and I just thought it was interesting. And like for the next week, there was just like an influx of clones that were going like 30x and then dumping to nothing. It was insane.
Coiner is the main dev, right?
What was that one more time?
Coiner is the main dev, right?
It's Morpheus, and then Crypto Choppa really took over RFI, like the marketing side.
Okay.
But like Dev or Morpheus, the developer, I mean, there was all sorts of FUD and stuff going on with there. Like if you're gonna get into any of that stuff, like do your research and don't just ape into shit, because like that's not smart. I mean, like really pay attention.
Bro,
yeah, because even then you're gonna lose money. So like definitely pay attention.
Yeah, especially dealing with like the clones of shit. Like if you're not looking at the code or the contract, and like making sure like do that first.
Yeah, looking at the contract code, I learned the hard way was like pretty much like a necessity, and it helped me to realize like how much of these fucking projects are rugs and scams. So like,
that's the thing. The rugs are nuts, and it happens to people so fast, and people will just lose hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars so quick.
That's why maybe, but you know, you only lose so many times before you look and see like, all right, like what the fuck's going on here? Oh, it's the fact that every fucking project in DeFi is a fucking rug, like, or has a mint function or like virtual environment or some fucking crazy internal, like, you know, bullshit, like keywords that shouldn't be in the fucking contract code, like are in there and shit, like.
For me, a really big sign.
Mainly the mint function for me is like the biggest one. Is if that shit's on there, I'm just like fucking staying the fuck away.
For me, like if you're gonna get into something in DeFi, like you need to look at the project and make sure they have some backing somewhere, that it's not just like full anonymous. Because if it's full anonymous, you're getting fucked.
Right, basically. They should be partnered up with somebody credible that acknowledges the fucking, you know, the existence of the token. If not, then they're just blowing smoke out their ass.
Yeah, there are a lot of projects that end up being listed like originally on Uniswap that are partnered with like large exchanges or like Coinbase custody or like whatever it is, you know. And when you see those, it's like, okay, this is okay.
Right. This is legit shit. This is probably gonna pump 20% at least.
Right, and it allows you like a chance to get a quick in and out, maybe, or maybe a quick, you know, like nice profit. Also, you got to remember, like other people are looking at that same thing. Like other people are doing the same thing that you're doing, and you got to be aware of that.
Right, of course. It's always, I mean, the chart doesn't change, guys. The chart has the same fucking candles, just shaped in different ways when you change the time frames. But the chart is always saying the same shit. It's just a matter of how you do TA on it to get a good read on it or not. Like, that's pretty much it. The chart always is saying the same shit. So it's just our interpretation that changes. Like, that's really what it is. I treat the chart like a fucking object. This shit has no emotions.
While I do look at like the charts a lot for my stuff, one thing that I really do like about like the DeFi space is just the amount that people are like creative, you know, like people just make shit, like they just make their own projects and see if it works. Like a lot of it's experiments, and that's cool.
For sure. That's true. I agree with that. It's just the problem with the experiments is when like they're like since birth coded rugs and you know, they get fucked. But
dude,
if it's a fair game, if it's a fair game, then I really, you know, I don't have, when it's a fair game, I don't have pity or anything like on anybody, because like, you know, it was done fairly. There was no mint function. There was like no rugs. There was like nothing. It was just you didn't sell when you're supposed to sell, and that's how the game goes. But all these rugs where, you know, you get bled out to literally zero because the fucking supply has gone to like infinity and shit. That's just, I mean, come on, like nobody can win in that kind of environment. Like, so, you know, like that's why I pulled out of DeFi when I did. And I mean, I'm glad I did. I fucking made multiples of my portfolio trading Bitcoin and ETH.
Yeah, there. One other funny story. Andre, the one from the Yearn ecosystem, his deployer, the Yearn deployer. There was like this coin that came out, and it was called SIL, and it was supposed to be this like bridge between something and something, and the Telegram chats were going crazy. But Andre, like, historically, like, does the whole testing and prod,
testing
so like
production.
So there was this coin and a bunch of people aped in because it's an Andre coin, and who doesn't want to buy an Andre coin? And fucking like I'm in the Telegram chats and shit. Like 3 hours later, turns out he comes out with a coin called SIL 2.0, and the original one is completely useless at that point. And it was like a fucking mad dash. Like everyone's like, "What the fuck?" This and that. And like,
oh my god,
everyone was so pissed. But like, what can you do? You know, like you took that bet. You know,
I mean, the same thing with Keeper. Like, I know that if I put any money in it, it can go to fucking like zero, like nothing. Like that's the thing with like money in markets. Like any money that you put into a market, like just expect to lose it. That way you're not mad when or if you do, because like if you're expecting to lose but you win, then it's just, I don't know, that kind of mentality, and then you shoot yourself after you win. That's what like helps you. But I don't know. There's a lot of shit.
What do you think of EOS, guys?
What? Of EOS?
Yes, like I noticed that every coin that's behind BSV in the market cap gets pumps. So BSV goes back in the market cap, and EOS is one place behind BSV, and there's a long range. So it might pump hard because there is a long accumulation range.
You might be overthinking it, but I'm not really. I mean, EOS, I'm not. I'm a pretty big like I'm a pretty big bull on everything else, but like I'm a pretty big bear on EOS just because like the shit. I mean, it's like some erratic ass behavior and illiquid, and like every time that I've traded, it's always been one thing or another. It's like a weird thing.
Was EOS the one that had that court case?
I wouldn't be surprised. Like
$4 billion ICO. If anybody's ever run a block producer on EOS or tried to do a smart contract on that bullshit, like C is not designed for fucking smart contracts. It's all garbage. Like from a developer standpoint, it's all garbage. That's all you need to know. Like you want high level programming languages for smart contracts. That's why it's
Thank you. No buy list.
I mean, like I spent fucking 2-3 years of my life in the EOS ecosystem, and I'm like almost ashamed to admit it, but it works great for like games.
Dude, EOS at its time. EOS at its time. It's just that now, you know, it's just no, dude. It's like one of those old Chinese shitcoins that need to die, like real, like for real.
Well, what's crazy is that the EOS community, to your point, the EOS community was so fucking anti-Chinese, but it's the Chinese who've been keeping it alive. And I'm like, you guys fudded your own fucking bags. Like, it's crazy.
No, I've never understood it because I think it has to do, like, this is a theory, right? But I've always thought that it had to do with, like, the leadership of EOS, right? Like, that they were, like, doing some schemy shit, just like Justin's son, like, I'm pretty sure has done some schemy shit with TRX. So, like, I don't know, like, I've always thought that it was like something to that, but I have like no evidence or anything. It's just like a fucking theory, you know?
Hey, all you need to know is that Epstein, Clinton, Steve Bannon, and Brock Pierce were all a part of that fucking the strategic firm that advised them to do the ICO. So I mean, if you're talking about corruption, it goes all the way to the fucking top. That's why it was $26 million fine, $25 million fine for a $4 billion ICO, but from the SEC, come on, dude. Come on. No, they are so connected. It's crazy. And remember, Brock Pierce fucking started Tether. Like he's the one who started Tether.
Bro. Don't open my mouth. Because I can't talk much about EOS, but there are some other things that are like pretty sketchy in the space, but it's just
but y'all are some chads. What the fuck?
There's some sketchy things in the space, man. I'm saying like EOS and shit, like it's always been, I mean, the only time that it was good was when it was basically beating Charlie Lee. I remember when I bet like on Litecoin, and this nigga fucking spent his whole bag on my fucking face, like just his whole load, like in between my eyes. And I was like thinking about in between EOS and LTC, and I went with LTC for whatever the fuck reason. And then EOS like went to the goddamn moon. I was so pissed. And basically ever since that, I've just been realizing how shit it is, and that it just got pumped for no reason. And
wait, are you talking about when Charlie like unloaded his entire bag?
Like his Charlie Lee when he sold his Litecoin and shit, like I got fucking.
And it went to like $14 or $20 or something.
I got wrecked by that shit. Like like not even wrecked, but more wrecked like emotionally.
Shit, where's Charlie Lee gone? I've not heard of that guy in so long.
Dude, like he is probably like fucking sniffing cocaine off of a Charizard Pokemon card with like.
Well, you know, dude, his brother. His brother fucking helped start Coinbase, yo. Like, come on. Like, they're so papered up. Like, it's all the way to the top. That's why Litecoin's on
Jesus
Coinbase.
Christ.
Yeah.
What do you think? BSV?
What can you do?
To be honest, I'm just swinging shit coins.
Yeah, me too. And I put the profits into BSV.
BSV?
Yes.
And why is that?
There are many reasons. The first reason is because it's the most hated coin. So I think it's like Ripple, that it's gonna pump the hardest. And if you try out the ecosystem, it works like. So twitch.app is the site.
I'm pulling it up.
It's like also a lot of the Wall Street bad guys migrated to Twitch after Reddit got closed down.
Okay, and what's the benefit of Twitch?
Yeah, you can earn money for posting. Like if you get a lot of likes, 1 like is like 2 cents. And there are also retweets, and you can get paid by users on the platform.
Really?
Yes, it's pretty interesting.
Have you heard of Save?
No, what is that?
It's a, what is his name? A Tim Templeton token, which he's like pretty infamous as a dev in the like uni DeFi space. And it's basically a decentralized Twitter, basically, where they're trying to move away from like the conglomerates that are taking data, which I kind of was reading on the Twitch thing, that it's a decentralized social.
Yeah,
And I think it's kind of similar.
Well, that's the point. Why has nobody come up with I mean, we've got Steemits and Zero Publishers or whatever, but why doesn't anybody do a Twitter-like platform? That'd be great.
Yeah, like Twitch is kind of like that. The problem with Steemit is that you have like infinite inflation, right? And so Dan Larimer left the project. It's like he always does this. He starts a project and then he leaves the project. It's the same with EOS. So it's probably going over.
And that's the same here with Twitch?
No, you can follow the CEO on Twitter. The guys are really behind the project. Like, I don't know if you know Elon Moist or Coin Yeezy on Twitter. It's the frog. He's also a really funny guy.
No, I don't. No, I just misunderstood. No, I'll look into it for sure.
How could decentralized Twitter work on DeFi? It's like on Ethereum, right? You can't afford the fees.
Yeah, sure. It's just the liquidity. And then also, like, the problem is when you sell EOS, like, there's a lot of brand integrity and it just doesn't work. Also, it's crazy that the leadership is talking about ProFi. How many of you guys have heard about ProFi? Exactly. So why the fuck are they talking about it in Bitcoin? I don't know, man. EOS, as somebody who's been around them for a long time, be careful. You know, just don't buy any of their shit. I could see it trading for 4, quick dub, like, you know, but you're never going to have EOS like want to be moon, because it's like, think about making an account and the resource costs of making an account plus doing transactions. You know, it's not like it's all free. You've got to have an ungodly amount staked until the new upgrade takes effect, or you're going to rent through Rex if you're actually using it.
Yeah, it's the problem with proof of stake, right? That you have an oligarchy and they control everything, because if you have a lot of money, you have the control.
I couldn't hear the last part. What was that?
Because if you have a lot of money, a lot of coins, and you stake them and you have the power to make decisions, it's like those who have the most money just make the rules.
Oh yeah, for like keeping the block producers in power and how it's always been. Yeah, I mean that's most proof of stake and especially DPoS, like delegated proof of stake. That shit is just inherent, drawback to the fact that you have a fundamental like capital mechanism that underlines the technology and the governance. Like you won't be able to get away from that. Trying to say that you will. If you want to get away from it, just do a DAG. And then, you can do a distributed acrylic graph, have all the benefits of proof of stake, have all the benefits of DPoS, and also mitigate front running. But nobody fucking cares and wants that. Like, like at the end of the day, people really don't even care about like if Ethereum sucks or Ripple fucking does 1 billion transactions. They want liquidity. That's what rules.
Add me
like
on Twitch.
what good is money if you can't spend it, right? Or currency for that matter.
Well, that's the point. And it's like, dude, if you move Tether, for instance, right? You can move Tether and deposit it into Binance on, whatever the fuck, Omni or OMG, whatever the fuck. You've got Matic. You've got the ability to move it on Tron for free. Then you've got, Ethereum, of course. EOS has had Tether, and also Wax, one of the spin-offs of EOS, was started by the guys who started Tether. And Tether mints EOS based or EOS contract fucking Tether tokens, but you can't deposit them anywhere. And EOS has been around for a long time, and Tether's been on EOS for a long time. That should tell you something. It's free to move it. I mean, why? What would be the disadvantage? It's because of the state history and how cumbersome it is to run a really secure node. That's because you got to have your own lock. You got to save the entire fucking blockchain on your own if you're going to be compliant for some of these bigger chains. That's why Coinbase always fails with their EOS node. I mean, they're not running a block producer either. So it's like the workload of the machine is so minute. But just storing the entire database or the chain of EOS right now, we're at like 4 terabytes, 5 terabytes. And so any prospective enterprise is going to have to allocate 4 to 5 terabytes. Plus, because of the software stack, you've got to have now 32 gigabytes of RAM minimum for your machine. And I mean, that's gonna dissuade a lot of people who just want to run just normal, like, think about like just a basic block explorer website. Think about how much it is to run it with the Ethereum or Bitcoin node versus the cost of running it on EOS. Then you have the low amount of contribution to like developer funds. I mean, dude, they only gave Syed Joffrey, who's one of the top developers in EOS or entrepreneurs, they only gave him like 200 grand to port the EVM, the Ethereum virtual machine, over to EOS. I mean, think about it. Like 200 grand is nothing. Like Stanny from Aves dropped like 8 million, 9 million in random DeFi projects just the last couple of months. Like Block One raised $4 billion. $4 billion. And they put $1 billion into
the thing is this, like, do you really think that fundamentals are important in the current situation? Like, if something pumps and the people will look like for coins that haven't pumped, and everything will pump, I think.
Yeah, hey, I mean, I think that EOS for sure could trade at 4, no problem. I just wouldn't expect it to go to around 8 to 20 again. Just because like creating an account and then the RAM costs, all the little nuances of using an account and then running a dApp, the prices and the costs would go through the roof on top of just the regular. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, I look at it more from a charting perspective. Like I see the chart, and the chart looks really nice.
Well, Grayscale, fucking Grayscale's putting them in the trust. So, like I said, I'm sure that it's got potential. Just as a tech, it sucks ass.
Yeah, it was like backed by Bitfinex, right? So if you have such big players, a friend of mine said this, like they sure want to make money.
Yo, I like your Bobby Fischer picture.
Thank you very much.
So what's going on, guys? Yo, I sold Dogecoin at what was it? 8.1 cents. It was pretty solid.
What? That's amazing.
Amazing.
I got a short open.
No, it's too risky. You never know with Elon Musk tweets destroying everything that you put in.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Like if it tweets out something about Dogecoin, then I'm wrecked. But I also took most of my profits already, so.
Just Dogecoin is not perfect.
The Bogdanov. Pump it.
No, we dump it.
Wait until he sleeps, move it sideways, and then dump it.
All will be dumb. All will be dumb.
I fucking love those.
As we all.
Yo, does anyone here get paid in crypto? Like in terms of their job, they get paid in crypto?
I would love that.
I am.
What do you do?
Who pays you in crypto, and what's the typical arrangement? And do you give them a discount for people paying in crypto?
I'm managed mining firms with big, I don't know how to say properly. Well, very big mining firms. That's what I manage. I work on them.
Как дела?
Отлично. Хорошо. Заебись.
Давай. Столичная.
Yep. Something like that.
That's a good vodka.
Well, vodka is... No, I don't know. I don't like alcohol. I'm not typical Russian, maybe.
So what's your background then?
Sorry, what again?
What is your ethnicity? Give me your DNA.
DNA. Oof. I don't know. Let's say Russian.
You are bear.
Yep.
Putin, vodka.
Dude, I saw a video of this guy skiing down a mountain and a bear is chasing him. That was very terrifying. Like one slip and you're dead.
I saw that. That was crazy.
I saw that video too. I was like, what?
My heart was pumping.
Something like this.
Yo, what are your guys' lay counts here? How many girls have you fucked in your entire life? And be honest. And have a spreadsheet to back it up and put it in the chat.
Oh, I cannot count that now.
Does it count?
Done and done. I have the link.
Does it count if you paid for it?
No, it doesn't count if you paid for it. That's cheating. That's like saying, hey, I have like $500,000 in a paper wallet for stock trading.
Does it count if you use the rubber though?
Yes.
Why? If you wash your hands with gloves on it, did you wash your hands?
That's a good point. But I guess it's like you're kind of simulating.
That's great. What the fuck?
You guys ever use Dogecoin as payment for prostitutes?
Bro, listen, I'm 32, I'm a virgin, and I've got a kid. I don't understand it. Is she lying to me?
Artificial insemination all the way, dude. Sex is overrated.
Guys, is counting or not?
And the baby's a different ethnicity too, right?
No means yes, and yes means anal.
Okay.
You got to do the thumb check first.
Hey. I mean, honestly, man, it's 20 plus. Like, I pretty much lost count after that. And I don't know why. I assume everybody's on like 20 plus. If you're like 25 plus.
Check out my YouTube channel, Austin Summers. I have 170 lay count. Verified.
Bro, that's pretty sad. I'm not gonna lie. The fact that you've counted to that number.
It's my job, so I gotta keep track. You know.
What you're a what? What's it called?
I'm a dating coach.
Artist.
Yeah.
What's it called?
My channel is Austin Summers, so just my name, Austin, AUSTEN.
Oh, dude, I'm definitely gonna check this out and watch his videos.
Hey, baby. Subscribe and share with your mom.
My mom said,
share with your mum, right?
Next thing you know, you're gonna be giving me your OnlyFans address too.
What's your name again?
Austin Summers. Austin like Jane Austen.
Powers.
Summers.
International Man of Mystery.
Austin Summers, 23k subs.
You could be lucky number 2301.
If you look like that and you got 100 plus shags, then I'm gonna fucking kill this game.
Nice, man.
I'm fucking with you, bro.
No, dude, it's honestly true. Yeah, I'm like I guess I'm like a 6.5, 7 maybe out of 10.
I'm
just
not gonna
aesthetically
rate you, bro.
looking. But yeah, dude, I have some of my students do better than me, so it's pretty solid.
How tall are you?
5'9.5", mate.
I am 6 meters tall.
No, I'm asking the YouTuber.
Okay.
So I don't know what you use, but if in meters, I'm 176.
Yeah, that's
176 centimeters.
That's decent, bro. I'm only 170. That's my fucking holdback.
Dude, I actually have an old student who's right now he's getting surgery. He's having his legs broken, and then they like lengthen it by 3 inches, which is I guess what is that?
Oh,
that's sad.
7.5 centimeters taller.
That's some deep insecurity, bro. You've failed that guy.
You know what's funny too? He got 40 under 40 for entrepreneurship. So he's got the Napoleon complex. Like he crushed at entrepreneurship. He's like an 8-figure entrepreneur. He fucks hot girls. He has a boat. Like he's got his life sorted. He just has never been happy about his height. So
how tall is he now?
He's like 160 centimeters.
Oh, that's shit. Yeah, fair enough.
Fair enough.
You're gonna pull the Johnny Drama and fucking.
You get a little taller. Why not? You break them legs.
Break
Gotta
my
increase your
legs.
SMG. Sexual market value.
Crazy.
SMG or SMV. I like that.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, like, it's pretty sad, but the hottest girl I've ever fucked, I paid for, and it was in Amsterdam. But bro, I'm telling you, she was a 10 out of 10. She had a massive crowd outside of her door, and she was like up the steps, massive crowd, and I looked around and I'm thinking, is everyone here dumb? Like, why is everyone just watching? So I walk up the stairs and everyone goes, way! Bro, she was hot.
That sounds like it's worth it though.
She was hot as fuck. She was the most beautiful fucking piece of meat I've ever seen in my life.
What was her background?
Dutch. Dutch or German.
Dude, I really like Dutch girls. They're like blonde, tall, they speak good English, and they have like a cute little Dutch accent. And they can't pronounce the TH sound.
Where are you based out of, Austin?
Miami. Based out of
nice.
Miami is like it's the only place that's really open for bars and clubs right now. And
yeah.
Got
I grew up in Orlando.
Nice. Do you know Celebration, Florida?
Yeah.
Yeah, I lived there for like 2 years growing up.
That Charlie Steakhouse there is money.
I'm sorry to be ignorant, but it's Miami in Florida.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought
you're
guys
not
really
ignorant,
strict
RT Crypto.
Huh?
Your geography skills are on point, man.
I thought you guys had really bad restrictions because of COVID. Wait,
No,
isn't
we've been
Florida
more
the
or less
place
open
everyone's
since May.
leaving because of the high taxes?
No, you're thinking of California. California
okay,
has an exodus. Yeah.
Okay.
That's where.
Yeah,
that's
they're
where
leaving
I'm at
because
right
of
now.
high taxes, high rent costs. 50% of all the homeless people in the U.S. live in California. And
If
yeah,
you were
it's like
homeless,
the
wouldn't you
worst
live here
state in the
too?
U.S. to do business. So all the companies are just like, well, if we can live in Austin, Texas, and pay less in taxes and be more open and free, and actually our employees will be happier, then why wouldn't we? Yeah. So a lot of them are moving.
I got a buddy who's in the insurance business, and they are uprooting and taking everything to Austin. Like literally, last week they moved.
Guys, can I ask you a question?
You just did?
Yeah.
That's your question done, buddy.
You just did, didn't it?
I read some things about Chinese people, like all the FUD, they're trying to get a
That's
coin
racist,
pumped as
mate.
well. And if you look at Ripple or XLM as well, you can see these short pumps. Can it be that someone is just, bringing their bags before the pumps and like,
Loading up.
Yeah. Could that be a thing?
I mean, I guess.
Cool. Thank you.
Do you guys think that with these pumps they're gonna continue like every couple of days, or is this just like an anomaly? Because they pumped AMC and then the
Yeah.
GameStop and then Dogecoin.
But
Is
the
this gonna
thing
keep
is,
going on?
there isn't like a central voice that's calling the shots, right? Like Doge happened because of Elon Musk, and then the Wall Street guys got onto it. I don't think there's like a central point of command.
You know what I would pay for? I would pay for a group where they just pick like the one stock of the week or the one like
I
coin
know,
of the week
right?
that's gonna go fucking nuts, and then they just use all their marketing channels or whatever to pump the fuck out of it,
There's a bunch of those groups on Telegram, bro.
Yeah, there's loads of them pumping up moves, and
All
you
right,
have to pay for
shoot me a
membership
message.
and shit.
I'm already in one. I pay $100 a year. This guy
Yeah.
times Bitcoin like perfectly. He timed the past two bottoms and this top and the other top. He basically, it comes down to Bitcoin having 79 week cycles, and he basically times like the bottoms and the tops pretty well within a week, which is
Well,
really
Doge
solid.
is over now, huh?
What'd you say?
I said Doge is over now. It's down to 2.9.
Yeah.
I fucking got caught up at work and missed the fall.
I literally bought the minimum amount on Exodus, so I bought $25 worth like 3 months ago, and I just checked last night when I saw the shit going down, and I was like, oh fuck, I got like $200 free money. I just put it in Bitcoin.
Bro, I'll tell you what was free money. I had like 4 wallets on Uniswap. That was great.
God,
Uniswap gave out the tokens
I
for
know.
free.
Yeah, I had a bunch of wallets too. That shit was retarded.
Do you guys know about Travela?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, so last time I went to Vegas, my buddy booked a thing, I booked it in Travela, and I used his like referral link. So we both got the Travela token, which I don't even remember what it's called. And basically, he hits me up like 3 to 5 months later or something, and he goes, "Yo, bro, check your Travela account." So I log in, and I had $1,000 of like the Travela token or whatever. That's how I got started in crypto.
Token.
What'd you say about the token?
AVA.
Yeah, you're correct. Yeah. So I just moved that into Bitcoin. That was like my start. It's like $1,000 free dollars. Like what?
That happened to me with 1 inch.
1 inch is solid though.
Like it was it was Christmas Day, I think, and they gave like 600 and something tokens, which at the time was $3 each. So it was a huge bonus, or like Christmas present, basically.
What are your guys' favorite coins that are not Bitcoin or Ethereum that you think have long-term potential to be like?
Ampleforth. I'm really super bullish for the long term, and I'm not just talking about just getting rich quick. Although I think it will. I mean, I already did, but I think Ampleforth is gonna go really fucking far, guys.
I'm really bullish on GRT just because it's right now it's ranked like 53, and I think it'll be a top 15 token. So like do the math on the total market cap.
Yeah,
Yep.
GRT's
GRT.
Yeah, I like Chainlink a lot. I think Chainlink has a lot of potential in the long term.
Like, if you guys don't mind, like, if I could just give you like 2 minutes of Ampleforth, it's basically a token that uses oracles to regulate its supply. So it uses Chainlink Oracle to feed in 2 sets of data, one from the markets to see what the price is at, and one from the CPI. So for inflation, and what it does is it tracks the price of the dollar from 2019. So if inflation was to double up, the target price of Ampleforth, instead of being $1 1 cent, it would be $2 2 cents. And what it does, the mechanism is that when there's a lot of demand for the coin, and say for example that right now the token is $1, but say if it goes to $1.50, it will do a daily rebase. So like 7 to 8 or 10%. The higher the price, the more the rebase. So more coins will be directly injected into your wallet through the smart contract. And what this does is it grows the market cap. That's why the chart that I showed before is a market cap chart, because that's the only way to truly value, because you could buy the coin at $1 with a billion market cap or $1 with 100 million market cap. The market cap expands when there is demand for the coin. So what it does, it's like a stable coin replacement for the DeFi environment. So, because if you think about it, Tether is the #1 crypto asset with the most use. Tether is the biggest use case in crypto right now is stable coins. So this is a synthetic stable coin essentially. And the developers for this coin, the ex developers from Uber, from Google, senior developers, these guys are serious, man.
What's the symbol for it?
AMPL, Alpha Mike Papa Lima.
And where can you buy it on?
You can buy it on KuCoin, FTX. You can buy it on Uniswap, obviously, yeah. The thing
I
is,
don't know. It was so pumped before. It
was,
like
but it's not anymore. But it's not anymore.
Kind of lost now.
But it's not anymore. And the thing is, they're about to get released on Aave, and Coinbase has already showed intentions. They've publicly put it out that they're considering to list it on Coinbase. So we don't know what's going to happen, but we suspect that it's also going to get listed on Kraken, because Kraken has done a page explaining how it works and its mechanics. And they don't really do that for many projects unless they're considering. So, yeah, just check them out. I mean, the thing is, the potential with Ampleforth, I honestly think it could be in the top 20. I honestly think it could be like 2-3 billion market cap. Right now, it's like
going to be fucking huge. It's going to be huge. Most of my wealth I made over this past summer was from Ampleforth. I started with around 50K, and now I'm sitting on like $250,000. And that's my capital to just play with right now. It's all
Say that again. Say that again, bro.
I'm saying that most of my wealth I'm playing with like $250,000. It was all from around 50K of Ampleforth that I had in the summer of 2020. Because this past summer was insane. That was insane, bro. It was crazy.
Bro, I bought in at 20 million market cap, and I sold at like
holy shit,
600 million. But listen, I put in 30K.
Yeah, I sold around there. I sold around there too.
I sold 2 days before the dump. I came out with 300K, 980 Ethereum, bro, $1.2 million.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that shit was a game changer. I think pumps like that are going to happen again, just because that's like, market cap is going to grow like exponentially when people buy in. But it's designed to be at $1. It's designed to be at $1.
Can I tell you something, bro? Go on the dashboard and look at the overall time frame and the average price of Ampleforth. It's $1. Look at the market cap graph. It's literally a massive cup and handle formation, right? It's a flag that's going to finish in a week. In 7 days, that flag will be fully finished. And the main thing is that Ampleforth's algorithm, Ampleforth's protocol works as intended. The average price throughout this whole period since inception has been $1.01. This means that it's proven itself as a real contender, as a real replacement of stable coins. So now the Geyser rewards, the mining liquidity rewards are finishing in the next week and a half, 2 weeks, and they always drop news as they
on the Geyser, right?
Geyser. Yeah, the Geyser.
On the Geyser, yeah.
Yeah, so they always release the news around that time, because that's when people pull out the liquidity, and when there's less liquidity in the pool, it makes it easier to pump. Bro, it's coming. It's fucking coming.
I'm gonna look into that. I might have to buy a bag.
Look into it. Read the white paper.
Honestly, the news is great.
I've jumped in. I've gone balls deep into that again.
I just sent a video on the Satoshi Streets Bet chart chat that explains how Ampleforth works, and that guy explains a lot of things in crypto and DeFi space really, really well. I suggest watching some of the videos.
And the beautiful thing is, though, that because it's also adjusting to the CPI, it means that it's a coin that protects you against inflation. A stable coin does not do that. A stable coin still exposed to inflation, whereas Ampleforth isn't.
It was a crypto thing.
Yeah, one of my plans for like 2022, like in any bear market case, was going all into something that was supply elastic, like Ampleforth.
What right here?
I was actually wondering about that, like what your bear market strategies are. Because this bear market, I just pretty much ceased together other than accumulating.
Bro, the bear market strategy for Ampleforth is very, very simple. You just geyser it and you make a shit ton, bro. You just put it in the geyser and get a crazy APY. And if you
What's a
if you
gate?
use
What are you
the
saying?
sushi
Gaze drum?
geyser, the geyser is a
Geyser.
liquidity mining
GEYSER.
It's a liquidity mining incentive where you put in 1-to-1 ratio if you do it on Uniswap.
I didn't take
And then when you get your
$20.
price from
I put it
Uniswap,
as Dogecoin.
you put it into the geyser,
Which was at
and you get like a 50% APY.
009.
And
Okay.
when the fucking
Used,
sushi
one of
pool
those
was
accounts?
open,
Is Geyser
No,
better
no,
than
no, it was on
BlockFi?
Robinhood. Because I downloaded Robinhood to look at whatever, and you can buy some crypto from there.
Well, like my thing with
So I
that
had
is
like
like
$20
there's
in
a
there.
lot of liquidity, like new liquidity things that pop out that give you like
I got it
1,000%
009.
plus APY.
Yeah.
A fan of like shillers, and I don't consider myself a shiller in any way, shape, or form. Like I just like looking at projects that have cool use cases. But yeah, man, I have to say like this Ampleforth changed my life. Like that's the reason why I'm playing all this money right now. You know.
Okay, so is it just that it would go up from what the price is right now at like, 97 cents to like $3 or $4, or is the additional coins that you're earning because of the geyser?
As long as your holding doubled up, basically.
You sent that chart in the other chat?
Yeah. I'll do it again.
So wait, can I buy this on Binance?
No. Maybe soon.
What's the place I buy it on that doesn't KYC me?
Uniswap, 1 inch.
Okay, I can use that in the US.
Yes. Yeah, that's the thing. In my opinion, the reason why DeFi, you need wrapped Bitcoin. Right, let me link.
What you think about MakerDAO?
Is where it's at.
I have no opinion.
If you don't know. Yeah.
Everybody says it's gonna be big because of DAI.
Well, you got to know as well with Ample, yeah.
Zero exchange. Has any of you looked at that? It's pretty new, but it's like a Uniswap competitor, layer 2 on Ether, but has very low fees, super high transaction, and they're about to launch the exchange probably tomorrow or the next day. And it's definitely something.
Yeah, I'm in on it right now. I have a position on it. It's launching or it's on the Avalanche. So
yeah.
Sorry to be.
Yeah, it's really interesting, and I've been waiting it out. But the Telegram and stuff has been crazy lately.
Sorry to shield the Ample, but one last thing, guys. It's getting Polkadot and Tron integration this quarter, at least for Tron. So it's going to be cross-chain. So it's basically going to be a highway for value. So if people want to move between Tron and Polka without KYC, if they just want to move their funds without having to disclose anything, they can use Ampleforth to move in between the chains.
I did see that they were doing cross-chain. It's for sure doing this quarter or next quarter. I mean, quarter 2.
For Tron, yes, for Tron this quarter. But the thing is, obviously, the people are gonna then want to, because obviously Tron is gonna start trying to do his own DeFi thing. Justin Sun is gonna try and get that shit going because he's a greedy bastard. So when people try to do the liquidity pairings, they're gonna have to take existing Ample into those chains, which is gonna once more restrict the supply of Ampleforth. And then if Aave and Yield, I don't know if you heard of Yield, but RFI as well, they're gonna start accepting Ample for as a collateral. Ampleforth supply.
No way! I'm actually in Yield too. What the fuck?
Yes. Have you not seen the competition that Yield ran alongside RFI and Ampleforth?
No. To be honest, I aped into Yield this morning. It was being shielded in one of my private chats.
Okay, so they're collaborating. These 3 projects have collaborated. They've done a meme contest for like 12 grand in dollars. So
I did not. All right. Well, I'll make a meme. I did see that they had an RFI pair, but I didn't see anything with Ample.
Yeah, so basically what I'm trying to say is Ample, besides Aave, is also getting on yield and RFI. So the supply is going to become more and more restricted. So obviously, that you know what that means, guys. You know what I mean? Like Ample is going to go fucking insane.
Okay, yeah, okay. Quit showing me your bag. I'm already sold.
Sorry, guys. I'll stop.
No, I'm just kidding. No, thank you for the info.
I'm in love with it, bro. What can I say?
How long until it gets onto some of the good wallets like Exodus?
Yeah, who knows? It's got to succeed as a stablecoin. Basically, it needs to grow its market cap, like he said, up to 2 billion, and then we'll really get to see how successful it is as an alternative to Tether or whatnot.
Yeah.
Any pumps for today?
But that market cap chat looks good.
Like I said, I sent the video in the one chat where we were sending charts earlier, and that video does explain like the way that it works really well. And I think everyone should listen to those guys' videos.
The main Satoshi Street Best chat.
It's AMPL.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna put another video that the team actually paid for. It's a brand new video that came out like 2 days ago that the team actually paid for, and it's 1 out of 3, and the first one's out now. So I'm gonna link that now for you guys.
The one that I sent was in this. It's Satoshi Street Bets chart. Brave made it. I can add you,
You know
if you
what,
want.
dude? I made a video explaining Ampleforth in 5 minutes, and I think I did a better job than that guy. I'm not gonna lie.
Send the link. Send the link.
Yeah, if you guys want to, add me to all your crypto groups. I just want to dive in.
Likewise.
Right, check this one, dude. Whoever sent the TT boy, check the last one I've just linked. This is made by Ampleforth.
Signies.
Where did you link?
Satoshi Street.
Where are you guys linking these?
Charts.
Okay, I'm about to post a link to the chat and the fuck. I'll just send it to you guys. Fuck.
Yeah, just search Satoshi Street Bet charts.
All right, I'm in. I hacked the mainframe.
Yep. Okay. I haven't bought into this yet, but I'm literally about to buy into it, so be wary. I am about to own a bag. But I just saw on Twitter that there is people shilling a new wannabe Dogecoin called Shiba or Shib. And I've been watching it on Uniswap, like paired to ETH, and it's done like a 3x since I've been watching it. And I'm running a DGen play right now. I think I'm gonna put like 50 or 70 bucks in.
Can we all just take a moment to appreciate that a meme coin that is based on the Doge meme from like 10 years ago literally has gone to the moon, which was the initial thrust of the meme coin?
I actually made a very good amount of money on it, so very happy.
What's the name again? Shiba.
Yeah, or SHIB, SHIB is the ticker, and the only place that I'm looking at it is on Uniswap. So
I'll link it to you guys.
How do you guys feel about Robinhood?
I linked it.
If you guys use iPhone, what's the best app for Uniswap?
Just Uniswap. It's not an app. You just go on the website.
Yeah, but you need the wallet.
MetaMask. MetaMask.
The DEX tools on that throws me off. Like I was looking at that too, but if you type it into Uniswap and you like pair it with ETH, you can watch like what the pairing is, and like how much it goes up and down by. And like that's where I've been seeing how much it's been going up by. And it's like I saw it on Twitter. And when Twitter takes hold of things, that's when I get excited.
Yeah, it's funny. I actually aped into Shiba when it first launched this summer and totally thought it would never ever come back. This is pretty funny.
Please, anyone though, be wary. You know, only invest what you can afford to lose. Like I don't know, I just threw a little tiny bag at it.
All in.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. I mean, it might be a Lambo tomorrow. Who knows?
The diamond balls of RT crypto.
So, which coin were you buying at Uniswap?
We sent it to the chat, or RT Crypto sent it to the chat. It's called SHIB.
Dude, these are the issues with this long term. Is this is so confusing. Like I'm a pretty smart person, but it's like I have to get on the website, then connect to a wallet, and then the MetaMask wallet, which I have, doesn't come up as an option to connect to it. It's like there's so many like UI, like user interface issues that this is going to be that need to be fixed for this to be like
It
widespread.
shouldn't be that hard. Like mine connects automatically. Once you get the hang of it once, or refresh your page, unconnect the wallet, maybe go in and like on your MetaMask and make sure that it's like unconnected. But once you have it connected and have it going, it's just like a normal thing. I totally get for like a common person, that's gonna be really hard.
Mine says Coinbase and Fortmatic are the wallets to connect.
Are you doing it on your laptop?
No, my browser, my phone.
It doesn't work on your phone.
Okay. See
Yeah,
this is another thing. It's
I've
like
tried doing trades from my phone too, and I just use MetaMask too.
Most web traffic is on the phone these days, like something like 65%. So it's like they need to fix this stuff. This is basic coding stuff.
Or maybe, hopefully, one of the other exchanges, like 1inch or something of the sort, will create like a mobile friendly.
Potential in the very short term, in my opinion.
When it says 600 participants, does that mean there's 600 people in here listening to us?
No, there's only 52 participants in the voice chat.
That's weird.
Okay.
I mean, it says 250.
Mine says 605.
Mine shows 154.
What the fuck?
Maybe there's a bug, and the longer you've been in here, the more you get to see. Because when people left, it didn't take them out. I don't know.
You guys know this voice chat feature is basically just copied from a new app called Clubhouse, and they copied it and they actually made it better. Like Telegram took this and made it better. And one of the biggest issues with Clubhouse is you can't like send links and shit. You can't. There's no chat, right? So people just kind of like listen and they can't like jump in, and you have to like wait to be called on. So it's pretty stupid. Telegram already did a better job.
Yeah, man. Skype's existed since like 2006.
I'm in Houston, Texas, and it says I have 52 participants.
Houston, Texas.
All right, boys. I'm about to drop some dope info in the chat because I like you guys.
Hey, Austin Summers. I'm loving the A logo, bro.
Yo, yeah, it's pretty sick.
Some synergy.
It's a monogram. Are you from Liverpool?
Liverpool? Fuck off, la. If I was from fucking Liverpool, I'd be speaking like this.
What's your city?
Manchester.
Manchester. Oh yeah, you guys have a good soccer team. Oh, I'm sorry, football. Right.
Football. No, we have numerous good soccer teams.
Which chat are you dropping that in? Whoever said that.
You got a lot of Wall Street bets.
It's in the Satoshi Streets Bet Charts chat.
Yeah, how do I convert this crypto into getting laid though?
Easy. You go on Austin Summers' YouTube channel.
There you go,
And then,
dude. I
and then
actually
you take a picture. You take a picture of
funny
your
enough, I
face.
just accepted a payment. I just accepted a bootcamp payment, all in crypto.
Oh, nice.
Dude, when
That's awesome,
Bitcoin
dude.
when Bitcoin was peaking, I started cashing out, but I was using gift cards. Do you know about Bit Refill?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, Bit Refill. You can just use crypto to buy gift cards that you can buy anything on Amazon or Apple or yeah.
Bro,
It's
on a
pretty cool.
serious note, how much do you pay these models to like just do what you tell them to on these videos?
5 million quid.
5 million Satoshis.
No, on the
5 million
real,
like,
if I used a model in one of my videos, that would, and people would end up finding out, and then my whole business would basically collapse. So yeah, I can't
yeah,
fuck around
well,
with that.
go say that to the big YouTubers that have been doing that for years and get
Yeah, but
mad views.
they don't have a business that says, "Hey guys, I'm going to teach you how to meet girls." You know,
No, but
just
they have a
like, they
business
just want
that
views.
says, "Hey, these are real pranks. Keep watching me and believe me."
Yeah, but they just get the views and then they move on. You know, they don't need to like sell anything, so they don't need to build any kind of trustworthiness or credibility. Really, they just want to
Fair enough.
show flashy stuff.
I'm loving the 10-minute guided meditation thumbnail, bro.
Yeah, that one got my attention.
The big bubs. Listen, bubs.
Wait, yo, RT Crypto, do you have a channel? Do you have a YouTube channel?
I do, but it's nothing serious. I'll post a video like every 4 months.
Bro, are you Crypto Frog?
No.
Oh, okay.
Sorry to disappoint you, dude.
That's alright.
But the link you said with the CoinGecko, the Ample Fourth, you should buy that one.
I mean, bro, I'm balls deep in that, so I'm gonna say yes, but I'm biased.
Okay, so, and at CoinGecko.
Yeah, CoinGecko
Yeah,
is like
before you buy Ample, you should definitely learn what a rebasing coin is, or you'll be super confused. Yeah.
Yes, I agree.
You
But
definitely
guys,
don't want any surprises.
If you look at my profile right now, my profile name, I'm talking, so I should be lighting up. And you look at my actual profile name in my bio, you'll see the link to Ampleforth's Telegram. So I'd recommend you go there and start there, because it's not your mama's cryptocurrency. There's a bit to it.
But
Right,
if you
guys, I just want to
buy
ask
the
a
coin,
question.
would it be good enough?
Huh?
If you just buy the coin, would it be good enough, or you have to do a lot of things?
No, you just buy the coin and hold it. That's good enough. When things are really quiet and nothing's happening, you can add it into the liquidity pool and get rewards. And I really, really recommend it when things are quiet.
Yeah, I heard you talk about that, but
But right now, I think the best play for Ample is just to have it, hold it, and just rebase 100% of it. Like, just
Have
hold it
market
and-
cap goals. Look at market cap support levels.
Huh?
Look at the market cap support levels.
Yeah, man, they're fucking solid.
and in your channel, I can also see how you put it in the pools.
No, my channel is just a quick. Forget my channel, dude. My channel's bullshit.
Okay, no problem.
What you do is you go, oh, I see what you mean. Go on my bio and click on the Telegram
That's based
channel.
as
That's
fuck.
Ampleforth's. That's Ampleforth's Telegram.
Yeah, okay.
Yo, this
What's
RT crypto
happening
guy
with-
is based.
What's happening with Dog at the moment?
It's all about Shib, man.
Yeah, but I mean, the good thing is like if we believe that Wall Street are betting that it goes up and we make it go down and then we make it go up again, then everyone's in a win here, and we're not doing anything illegal because we believe that they are.
With
we're
the
just going
dog?
against Wall Street.
We're in
Are you talking about the dog?
Yeah.
The dog doesn't have anything to do with that.
Well, can't we make something to do with it?
All right.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah,
Like, there's
let's
enough people
55
at the
of
moment.
us. Let's take on all the hedge funds that are on Wall Street. We can do it.
No. There's more than that. Look how many people there are all over. I mean, look, people over the last
Yeah, but
week.
how
look,
do we coordinate? It's very hard. This is very, very fucking hard.
Or I
Yeah,
mean, why
but
would the dog have anything to do with coordinating against Wall Street?
Guys, I actually have a plan. Listen for 5 seconds, okay? We build an electric car manufacturer. We get to one of us is the CEO, and we're the richest person in the
Oh my
world. Then we
God.
have a Twitter,
No,
and
no,
then
no,
we
no, no.
start
You
dropping
fucked up. We
tips.
start by building a payment solution like PayPal first.
Yeah.
no,
Dude,
but
it's
seriously,
crazy.
guys. I mean, look,
Elon Musk
there's
is
enough
the
people
richest
on here.
African in the world.
If everybody sings from the same hymn sheet, just repeat the same message over and over. Who's the admin of this? We need to get them on board. We need to send a clear message. We need to have like a bulletin board. This is what we believe. This is why we're going to do this, to keep ourselves in the clear and nice and straight. And then we can just, honestly, within a month, we can all become millionaires if we really work on this, instead of going
And
off
then
on
we
a
get
tangent.
guns, and then we take on the government.
With a token like this is that like there's only so much money to go around. Like we're doing it against GMC, you're taking basically from the banks and like the corporations. This is like somebody else has to buy in for you to be able to sell later on at a higher price. And so somebody's going to be taking the loss.
Zero sum.
Yeah, that's no different from multi-level marketing.
Of course,
Okay,
us being
so
like
scrap
the
that
initial
idea.
pump will make a profit, but at the end of the day, like somebody's going to take the loss, and if you're later on in the cycle. And the other thing is, why do I trust you guys as to when you're going to sell?
XRP.
Yeah, no, you've got a point there. You've got a point there. But I'm just thinking, like, you know, it could be, you know, I mean, we could make it work. We just have to find people in Wall Street to blag somehow that we tell them it's going up. We tell them that this is where it is. We've got to pretend that there's a leak somewhere, and
Yeah, you know what, bro? You've convinced me. Do it.
It's doable, but it's just how it's just no. We need a team to think about this and how to do this, because if we can leak it that this is what we're going to do,
I don't
let them
think it's
take
a top-down thing. I think it's like it's a decentralized thing that just happens like on Reddit, and it just reaches a critical mass.
Yeah, like
and
when
then...
Elon Musk from the top down.
You know, I mean, look, yeah, okay, but I mean, at the end of the day, there's enough of us to kind of leak information to get Wall Street to make them take the hit somehow, get them to invest, and then we bail out, and then, you know, cause it to crash and let them take the hit for it. There must be a way. Come on, fucking hell, there's got to be a way to make that happen.
You don't know, do it.
The other day with GME, or what's still happening with GME and all these stocks, is it's a unique situation where there's an opportunity to squeeze them because they overextended their shorts. I mean, they were taking risky plays, and so at the end of the day, like, you have to have the opportunity present itself for us to then squeeze them.
Yeah, and it's not like it happened overnight. That dude was planning it for months, and it took him that long to get that many people on board.
He posted on Wall Street Bets in November, and he was down 30 grand for like 2 months.
Okay, guys, let's create like a poll or something, and let's just basically vote on like one thing, so we can actually get like coordinated on it, right?
Oh boy.
I don't know. I personally am not going to be like, I mean, anything like that I might buy into, but only when I see like mainstream media or something buying into it. So like Twitter, like I was saying with Shib, like I might throw like $50 at something and hope that something happens of it. But then if not, I'm not going to worry about it because that's just what it is. Like at that point, I think it's more gambling than it is like real investing.
Guys, can I just say, I've seen about 3 of you guys trying to join the Amplify Telegram, and you didn't type in the capture numbers, so the bot kicked you out because it thinks you're a bot. You got to type in the number into the chat and enter it.
Whoops.
Just saying for the guys that tried to join and got kicked out. Sorry.
Dude, I joined and I put the captcha. I'm a real nigga.
Yo, RT, did you see that? The thing I sent?
Yes.
Well,
I think the real value of crypto is finding the 3 to 5 cryptos that are going to be like the main actual replacement of the financial system.
I agree, bro. I agree, and that's why I'm all in on Ample. I think it's a disruptor for sure. For sure, dude. Like, if you look at the amount of volume that just Tether alone, there's so many stable coins, but just Tether alone, if Ample can capture, like, let's say 5% of that, that's it, bro.
Well, you know about the Tether lawsuit and all their printing for
There's so
Bitcoin,
much
right?
shit going on, yes, and I wonder
Yeah.
if there's a big, because this is the thing with Ample, yeah, the developers, they are hell-bent on no hype and no marketing. They won't do any marketing and they won't do any hype. They want to be completely like overboard, with like absolutely legit on everything. And I kind of have a feeling that these
Yeah.
guys have connections and that they're gonna make some amazing shit happens, and they have to keep their reputation as clean as it is because
So when you think about, like everyone's getting their own central coin, right? Like China and the Bahamas and everybody, and
yes.
so right, like not everyone's gonna build their own stable coin. Like these guys are out there making their own good stable coins, so they could buy them up or partner or something.
What do you guys think about Tron?
I think when I think of Tron, I think Justin Sun, and then I think buy my shit coin. That's what I think.
Okay, let's all basically decide on like one fucking coin so we can basically they call you on like 17,000 members.
Got you. I'm up 2x on SHIB.
One at a time.
What do you guys think about this? What do you mean?
Who knew I could just follow the memes?
Okay, there are probably about like 17,000 members here, and even if you buy like maybe like $100 or maybe like $1,000 each, I think that coin is basically gonna go nuts, and everyone will basically kind of like benefit from it.
As the guy was saying, like once somebody starts selling, someone's going to take the hit. Do you know what I mean?
Listen, dude, if you want to stick
It's like
it
a
to
ticking time bomb.
if you want to stick it to Wall Street and you want to stick it to the big bankers and everything else, then just stop playing their game and go into crypto. That's how you do it.
Yeah, but we want to try and make. The thing is with crypto though is when we make money, somebody else has got to make a loss, as you said. So how do we get Wall Street into crypto and fuck them over?
Well, Wall Street, all the institutions are starting to get into crypto, and the thing that you're saying is right. But if you look at crypto historically, the market cap overall is just growing and growing and growing, because it's becoming adopted. It's finally starting to become adopted. There's real world use cases happening now. In 2017, I don't think the world was ready for this, but I think now it is more than ever before. So,
Mate,
like,
drug
don't
dealers have
worry
been
about.
using crypto for ages.
Yeah.
Drug dealers have been using crypto for ages.
Exactly. That just tells you how good it is.
And not even that. I mean, you don't have the debt on top of debt on top of gambling debt that the Wall Street has. So most of that's just fake money anyway.
I mean, what is money? Money's what we give the system that we give value to, and now we've chosen to give value to this. That's what
Money
it is.
is just debt. That's all it is. It's just debt. It's fake.
Well,
fucking
the money
bullshit.
now is debt. Yeah, once it stopped being backed by
Fiat.
commodity.
Fiat money is debt. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what is money?
Even
This
like
is
the
the thing.
dollars
What
and
is
everything,
money?
like 93% of it's like just like digits. It's not even real. Like more than 8% is just like physical money. Other than that, everything else is just like digits anyways. So it's still kind of like crypto. So if you actually give value to crypto, then it will actually become like the real money, just like all the other digits in your bank account have actual real value.
Yeah, that goes back to the fiat thing, right? Once everything goes back to being, backed by a commodity, metals or what have you, then you're going to have
That'll
real
never
money.
happen. There's not enough metals to cover the fucking amount of bullshit that we've got. It's
Oh
just,
yeah, there actually is.
Just, I don't know, man. We're talking like fucking. There's more debt than there is actually money, mate. Fucking
Yeah,
hell.
that's the problem. Like, how can you pay this extra
You
debt
can't.
that money does not
It's
exist for?
it's a
Like, it's a
Ponzi
trap.
scheme. It's
trap.
a never ending Ponzi scheme.
They're paying it. They're never gonna pay it. They're gonna pay it with crypto.
No,
They're
but
never gonna
what
pay
he's
it.
saying is that there is more debt in the world than there is actual fiat to begin with. Meaning that it's a never-ending trap. Like, you just can't escape it when there's more debt than there is actual liquidity.
Look, when, in the next 20 years' time, whatever you see as debt, right? This is how it works. Whatever you see as debt is going to triple, quadruple, fucking 10 times more than what it is. But inflation will make it seem a bit ridiculous. So the debt that we have today in 20 years' time will seem like nothing because of inflation. And then we'll have more debt. We'll be in like 30, 40 trillion. You know, it's just a never-ending cycle. It's just numbers that can go to infinity as far as they're concerned. As long as they make money.
You know what my question is, like, who's this motherfucker that the world owes all this debt to? That's what I want to know.
No. We're gonna reset. It's gonna be a global reset, man. It's gonna be all go to zero.
No one's gonna do a global reset because it means the big boys losing money and it's their game.
It doesn't, because in the global reset model, we don't get to own anything. They own everything. They're kings of the world.
Yeah, they own the real estate. They own the real physical stuff. You know.
See
they already have
who
everything.
owns the debt? The reality is nobody owns the debt. It's just it's who owns the interest. The right question is who owns the interest.
Who has
because
the
interest
okay, you're
isn't
right about the
factored in.
interest. You're right about the interest, but let's
No,
first like
the interest isn't made. The interest is when they make it. If you borrow 10 grand and they make 10 grand, the interest isn't part of that 10 grand. The interest comes from real money type thing. Do you know what I mean?
The interest is the money. That's the thing. That's what you're right about. Without interest,
So
there would be no
who
money.
owns the interest is who
Correct.
owns the debt. Nobody owns the debt. The debt doesn't matter because
Right,
it just
yeah.
they pump out 10 grand. 10 grand of bonds go out
Doesn't
there.
matter, yeah.
Once you pay it down, the bonds come off the market. It all cancels each other out. The only thing that ever exists is the interest. So the question
Correct.
is not who owns the debt, is who owns the interest.
But the interest at zero. With the interest at zero or 0.25 and being a negative in Europe. What
Just wait till
interest?
March.
You know.
Yeah, but if you've got negative interest and you put money in your account, that means you've now got to pay the bank to keep your money in the account.
Right. It's all a big bubble.
It is. It's just a few.
That's why crypto is the best thing.
There's maybe about 2 or 3 or maybe 10 million people that really own everything, and at the end of the day, you know, it's a model that works for them. They're happy with it because they're the ones making. They don't give a shit. They don't.
Have you heard what they're saying in the past week from the World Economic Forum? Have you heard the shit they're saying?
Because do you know that everything is basically stacked against gold, right? So all these families and everything, like all these banks, they have like actual gold, and then they basically value their money according to that. So now, for example, like, you know, Bitcoin is actually going against the standard of gold. So that's like how Bitcoin actually is actually getting the value. It's being compared to gold because gold has been like the kind of like the type of value from like, I don't know, probably like 5,000 years. So gold is like the actual value. You have like the physical money you can actually trade, and then everything else, for example, like digital money and everything, is basically compared to gold. Like how much gold you have, so that money you can actually print.
Things like gold and silver are a finite resource. They're rare, so they should have value. Most raw materials should have value. It's just basic common sense. The reason they walked away from it is it doesn't fit their business model. You know, and I'm sure they're holding it like everybody else. I mean, silver, gold, silver should be way more than what it is.
It's a little bit more interesting than that. The reason why they got rid of gold was because they needed to print endless money because they ended World War One. So basically the whole war machine started. That's why they got rid of gold. But now we're actually entering a whole new era where we actually might get rid of war altogether. So we might actually go back to a gold standard in a Bitcoin.
Oh, we won't get rid of war. Well, that's crazy if you think we'll get rid of war. Do you know how much money is behind war? It's it's too big of an industry. They're not going to get rid of war.
I mean, can I just say that even without war, just the threat of it alone makes private companies in all the main developed nations multi-billions just looking after the fucking facilities, like the nuclear facilities, the warheads, like the maintenance of these things alone. But you can't justify the maintenance of this kind of spending unless there is a perceived threat of war. So there will always be a perceived threat of war.
Just take 9/11. Look at 9/11.
You're right.
Everything that happened after
That's the whole
9/11.
point of the Great Reset. That's the whole point of Bitcoin, is to reset everything. They have no choice but to go into the anti-war mode. Because the whole currency crash on Bitcoin, what do you think it's all about? Why do you
Listen,
think
you guys might be a bit. I'm like 42, right? So I'm a bit older than you guys. There was once upon a time there was a thing called e-gold, right? And if you do a bit of research,
90s, yeah. Yep.
man, they shut that shit down like no one's business. The feds came at them. They shut that shit down good.
Wait,
Yeah,
was
that should
eGold
tell you
not
something
what
why
Satoshi
Bitcoin is
based
still around.
Bitcoin off? Was
Huh?
eGold not something that Satoshi used to model Bitcoin off?
Yes, that's correct. He did model it after, but
Yeah.
it's decentralized. Bitcoin is decentralized. eGold was never decentralized. It was always centralized.
It was the thing with eGold was it was backed. It was backed on gold, platinum, whatever, silver. It was real. It was real stuff. You could just say, "I want a piece of gold for
Wow,
that."
so basically it was a real currency with real backing.
It was, and they shut that
Wow.
shit down. And you could transfer. I bought some shit on. I remember in the 90s, there was a place called Hacker's Homepage, right? And I bought some shit off there, and he would only take eGold at the time. And it was just they just shut it down because all these shady people were starting to use eGold, and they didn't want it, mate. It was just a hassle. It would have just disrupted the world because it was taking off and it was fucking going for the moon, and they just said no, thank you. Bitcoin, because it's not backed by anything, they can't control it yet. They don't like it, but they will make it work for them. They are fucking way smarter than all of us. Not
the
smart.
thing
They
with
just have
eGold-
more resources.
Can I say the thing with eGold is you can't verify that it's backed. You're trusting the central party to say, okay, this token of eGold is backed by a gram of gold. With Bitcoin, you can verify that it's backed by Bitcoin by downloading the blockchain and tracing the transaction back to the Genesis block.
But if you
Any
look
kind
at-
of abstracted eGold or backed currency can never be fully verified because you're trusting the party who's
You're right.
supposedly backing it.
But you know, they got him. They arrested all the people on wire fraud because of transferring wealth. I mean, they got him on the wire.
Yeah, but
fraud.
even if it was allowed to go on, it would have ended up like the Fed because you would have had this central group of eGold Inc.
Yeah.
who said, all right, we got 100 million eGold and it's backed by 100,000 ounces of gold. Trust us. Same
Yeah.
problem.
Same problem. Yeah, that's the whole decentralized. That's how Bitcoin got around it. Yeah.
The only problem with Bitcoin, obviously, it comes down to us. We put the value in the coin, and that's impossible to take away. But if it does go away, it goes away, and we can see that when it dips and when it goes up and all that shit. But look, man, when they want to knock something on the head, they will knock it, and they will put. Whoever come across a website called Confidential Access, it's not there anymore. They shut that shit down, like they put everyone in prison, but. It was just a mental site, mate. They were just like, it was money for nothing. Do you know what I mean? And they just shut that shit down. They will shut shit down whenever they feel like it. They'll come after you. And the biggest problem that threatens crypto is if they ever get to making quantum computing a reality, then they will attack it. That's the first thing they will do.
I've looked a bit into this, and apparently it's not as simple as that because quantum computing actually only can do one thing at a time, and it just doesn't interface with our computers.
Yeah, it's not that simple. Yeah, it cracks.
It's not
the
that
algorithm.
simple,
It
but
cracks
they're
the
not too
encryption.
far off.
No, they're very far off because the D-bits, I looked into it too before I even invested in Bitcoins, but the D-bits are for a specific algorithm, and the one that you need for Bitcoin is a different algorithm, and they're not optimized for that yet at all. Google is trying, but they're like way far, they're like at least 10 years away. And by that time,
do you support like child trafficking and stuff like that? Do you support the anonymity? There has to be some kind of regulation for Bitcoin, and if Bitcoin isn't a complete dark coin, then it won't get banned, in my opinion.
Which it isn't.
Yeah, it's
Do you know what? The one thing, but it's not about Bitcoin mining or anything with quantum computing. It's more about the wallets, the security of the wallets. Like they can fucking hack that shit in 5 minutes with a quantum computer. Once it's and that isn't too hard to do now. So, if the feds or the powers to be wanted to fucking disrupt, they could do. They're allowing it to survive.
I agree with that. I really, really agree with that. Because it's part of the new world order. I really agree with that.
They're allowing
I
it
agree
to.
with it. And I'll be honest with you guys. But the fact that GME was all over the news and now all the fucking retards have come along and tried to buy afterwards and now they're buying Doge, I kind of feel like they're just trying to take people down the crypto road. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Elon Musk is in on it, man. Of course.
Of course. And people are like, oh, Elon Musk, he's a great
How
guy.
do you
No,
become,
Elon
how
Musk
do you
is the
become a
richest man
fucking
in the world.
billionaire? Yeah, and not be in on it. He's in the meetings, man. Yeah.
I think they're setting up something, an excuse for a new regulation or new powers or a new structure that's going to fuck us over. And this is their excuse. Because if you look at the news outlet, it's always fucking having a go at the retailers, you know, and like they'll have one guy that talks about defending us, but it's not really the best fucking defense either. Like, you know, I was just watching on Bloomberg and like they were talking about retailers not knowing what the fuck they're doing and they're idiots and they're disrupting the market and then maybe so, but at the end of the day, like then they brought one guy on and he had an all right defense to it, but he didn't really hammer into, well, hang on a second, Wall Street is a fucking fraud from top to bottom, from the algorithms that they have, from the fact that when you buy something on Wall Street, fucking it goes through a queue. They can jump that queue. They can see straight off, right, there's fucking 1 million orders. Is it going to be up or down from all these million orders? It's going to be down.
It's called front running.
Yeah.
You know, that's just like, how is that fucking okay? How is that legal? Yet when we do it, it's illegal. And
we're peasants, because we're peasants. We're playing their game. We're playing their reality. We're playing the version of life that they designed for us. That's why.
No, I'll go back to the whole setup. It's a setup. I think let's go back to that for a second. I think the whole thing. Who knows where that deep value is on Reddit that's starting to pump GME. It's probably the same guy that's behind Q. It's probably the same guy that's behind Satoshi. You know?
The
They're all
services.
internet people.
You were saying how they are trying to lead people down the crypto path. If you read into this great reset shit and Klaus Schwab, he literally talks about how digital token economies are the future. Like he literally says the things in his books about the Great Reset, which is being forced on everybody right now.
It's forced on everyone because nobody knows how to get out of the debt bubble. They don't know how to get out of the debt bubble. They don't know how to pay it back. So they collapse the whole
thing is, even though this is like the crypto in general is like the new currency of the world, even though it's like a bad thing, it is gonna happen, and us the people in it now, we're like the adopters that are helping that spread. So I think honestly that it's okay for us to make this profit, that they let us do this because they know that at the same time we are the organic movement that's spreading it.
I don't think they even want to promote Bitcoin. I think the main thing for them is going to be either Ethereum or like this kind of thing where you can just create everything, recreate the entire thing on these digital token economies. That's the term they use. They don't say blockchain. They say digital token economies.
Okay.
Yeah,
What
like
did you do
China's
then?
working on the yuan. Like China's
swap?
working on their own version of the yuan. But the thing as well is, like, look
World Economic Forum, just look into that. Look at
paste a link for
just
them, bro.
literally just read what they say on the World Economic Forum website. They basically outline it, and then in the media they tell everybody, "Oh, it's a conspiracy theory." But it's literally they tell you the fucking
they
fact.
literally talk about it in the meetings. I've seen that before, or they have congressional hearings about it.
Yeah, just a
We need a good coin.
you know.
Yeah.
Look, I just want to say,
on YouTube and search for 100% GameStop July 2020, and that's Deep Fucking Values video. You gotta watch it. It's a big piece of the puzzle.
Okay. It's on YouTube.
I just want to say, guys, like, if you look at
what you say, Gotti?
Sorry, guys. I just wanted to say that if you look at the SEC and what they did with Ripple, to me, I think that's a psyop. I think it's bullshit. I think they're just doing that to take away all, to dump it, because that XRP could possibly be the token of the US, let's say, as an example. I think they're going to release that shit, and it's just going to fly and do a massive rebound. XRP. I don't believe in XRP. I don't like it. I'm not shilling it. I'm just saying. I think
if you look at the lawsuit, this SEC has been freaking monitoring XRP for years. I'm surprised they didn't get in jail already. I'm surprised.
You should listen to the Unchained podcast where they have a couple of securities lawyers on talking about the SEC, and like basically from what they said is that there's no fucking way that XRP gets out of this. Like they
Right.
lost. Like all the evidence is there. They've been being monitored. They just didn't do shit about it. Fucking whatever Garlinghouse, that fucking piece of shit, just
They
didn't
know
do
every
anything.
contact. They know everyone they slept with. They know everybody they talked to for 8 years, monitoring every phone call, everything. They have everything on the SEC thing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how they're gonna get out of it. What's their excuse? If you look at the lawsuit, like, what are they gonna say? I mean, there's so much evidence against them. It's ridiculous. I'm surprised they even got this far until 2020. Why didn't they get arrested in 2017? Why were we allowed to keep on getting money? It's weird. It's crazy.
If they drop the case and it pumps, then you know why.
Well, that's true. Yeah, I mean, if you have money in XRP, I feel for you. It's just, I mean, look at the lawsuit and read it for a second. I mean, it does not
I've
look.
never bought XRP just out of principle. Never.
It's a crazy time, guys. Crazy time.
Yeah, I don't even know what world I'm living in anymore. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I wake up and I'm like, it wasn't a fucking dream. This is the reality. This is what we're living in 2021.
Alex Jones just spilled it to reality.
Yeah. You know, it's a crazy time. Alex Jones makes sense. You know.
He was on the money all along.
Yeah, he was. It's crazy.
Yeah.
He built his own infrastructure and everything, and he was on the money all along. It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know, man. I don't believe in Alex Jones. I think it's just a fucking.
You're right, but he's
I
still
think Alex Jones.
now.
I think Alex Jones is a fucking controller position. That's what I think. It's like truth mixed with lies.
Sometimes I think that, sometimes I don't. You know, he drops a lot of red pills. He's the father of all red pills on the internet.
Yeah. He drops
Yeah.
a lot of stuff that's already in the public domain, and I kind of feel like it's just damage control to then try and steer you away from the really juicy points. Just like David Icke, I feel he's the same thing.
Yeah,
Gatekeepers.
for sure. You know, maybe he has some points here and there. I
They're
don't know,
gatekeepers.
but, yeah,
So
gatekeeper. Yeah.
Are you saying Alex Jones is not Alex Jones enough?
You know, or Bill Hicks, or whatever you want to call him.
that's crazy. I mean, Rachel Maddow or CNN. You know.
Hello, Cryptoro.
Hey, what's up?
That's a crazy world, dude.
I told you, you see, Elrond is rocking.
You know, all the crazy stuff that was only inside your head that just became reality with 21. Spilled over to the real world.
No, but you guys think that Bitcoin is going to 100K this year or what?
Busting through 100K this year. It's gonna like double or triple that, man.
Oh, you think it's gonna go over 300K? It's gonna do the 200. It's gonna follow stock to flow, the new one, the 288 one.
Right, dude. When you said is Bitcoin gonna go to 100K this year, I feel like in that time frame, it's like if I ask you, is Doge gonna go to $1 this year? I don't think so, bro.
Oh,
It's
you
like
don't think so?
you set a really high target so that everybody gobbles it up and fucking believes it.
Oh, I didn't set it. You know, I
think
didn't set it. I'm just repeating what I heard. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's all season time now, and I think Doge doing this kind of confirms it. Because
Yeah,
Doge has
probably
always
right.
been a really good indicator of alt season.
We were waiting a long time for alt season. We forgot about the alt season.
And there's only one way you could really fuck the world over, and that's if everybody stopped paying debt, or there was a massive reduction in population somehow.
Well, that's what they're trying to do with these vaccines.
Or
you know.
a third option, which kind of plays into the first one, is mass non-compliance. We just don't comply.
I don't comply. You know, I almost get into fights in these stores trying to make me want to wear a mask, but you know, I just don't do it.
But what I'm saying is, it's mass non-compliance. If all the drivers said no, we're not driving. If all the supermarket staff said no, we're not going to work. Not until this government gets taken out and we can fucking do things the right way.
Yeah, but they accumulated so much wealth and power in these decades. Who knows? Maybe centuries. We don't even know what we're up against. You know.
We're up against
They have
alien
more
lizard
resources
beings that
resources
have
to
been.
resist.
Bro, we're up against alien lizard beings that have been alive for centuries.
Who came up with this? We heard somebody was talking about that in the German group.
The way they act is cold-blooded reptilian. That's true, but.
Oh, we're talking about aliens.
Yeah, I heard that before. It's like, is that the new
Bro.
thing in the internet?
I just said that for a joke, man.